everyone, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to my channel. So guys, if you are new here, my name is Aleisha. I'm a Stop Pilates certified instructor. I've been certified for the last 6.5 years and have been running my business for pretty much the same amount of time. So I absolutely adore Pilates, and I'm now working to bring you some classes that you can do at home. So if you would like to see all of the other workouts, then please do subscribe to the channel. It really does help it grow. And please do give the video a thumbs up. Go on, do it now, do it now. Thank you. Okay, also guys, if you do have Instagram, please do follow me over there. So my Instagram handle is aleisha.trulypilates. I will pop the bits and bobs up on screen now for you to have a little look at. So do go over and check me out over there. I do post videos on there 2 to 3 times a week. Okay, so today we are going to go over my favourite beginner exercises with the fitness circle. Now the fitness circle is a really versatile piece of kit. It's actually one of my favourites. It's a really nice piece of kit. So you can buy it, pretty much any sports shops will have some variation of a fitness circle. Amazon is also always a good bet, but I will leave a link down below in the description box to where you can get one if you don't already have one. Alright guys, let's get into the video. Now we've got our legs threaded inside the circle, so you've got your outer thighs pressing against it. Now top tip is to have them actually against the pads, it's just a little bit more comfortable. And we're going to come into some bridging now. We're going to take it into what I call our peely spine, so we're going to roll the spine up and roll the spine back down, just trying to get a little bit more mobility through the spine. So shoulders are sliding down, we're breathing in to prepare. Softening first from your heart, your ribs, rolling your hips towards you, and then we're peeling bone by bone away from the mat, gently pressing the outer thighs into the circle as we go, knees reaching over the toes. Take a deep breath in here at the top, breathing out, softening from your chest, your ribs, and then we're rolling down, bone by bone, touching your tailbone down last and releasing back to the neutral. We're going to go again, breath in to prepare, softening your heart, your ribs, rolling your hips towards you, shoulders down, and then peeling bone by bone, pressing those outer thighs into your circle. Take a deep breath in at the top, exhaling, softening your heart and your ribs, and then we're rolling down, bone by bone, touching the tailbone down last, rolling back to neutral. 2 more to go guys, breathing in, exhaling, rolling your hips to your ribs, pull those lower tummy muscles in, and then we're peeling bone by bone away from the mat, reaching those knees over your toes. Take a deep breath in at the top, breathing out, softening from your chest, your ribs, and then we're rolling down, bone by bone, and then releasing all the way back to that neutral. 1 more, breathing in, exhaling, rolling your hips towards you, and then we're peeling. So we're just really mobilizing the spine, getting a little bit more movement coming through and just warming up through that long lengthened spine. Pause at the top, softening your chest and your ribs as we roll down, bone by bone, and rolling back to that neutral. Okay, from there guys, we're going to float the knees into tabletop, still having the circle around the outer thighs. Now we want to think about the lower back staying lengthened to the mat, so we're not arching or lifting, we're staying really nicely connected down into the mat. Now the arms are going to reach out to the side into your T-bar, palms of your hands are facing up to the ceiling. So from here we're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to rock both knees over towards your right. Now you're only going to go as far over as you can keep that left shoulder anchored down, and as far as you can get yourself get back up again. Pause, breathe in. Now pull those tummy muscles in, press the left thigh into the circle to return back up to the ceiling. Inhaling here. Exhaling, we're reaching the knees to the left, keeping that right shoulder anchored down. Pause and breathe in. As we breathe out, pull those tummy muscles in. Press the right leg into the circle to return. Breathing in. Exhaling, reaching over to the right, that left shoulder, again staying anchored down. Pause and breathe in. And then pressing the left leg in, pull those tummy muscles in to return back up. Breathing in. Exhaling over to the left, that right shoulder stays down. Pause. Pull those tummy muscles in. Press the right leg into the circle to return. One more each way. Breath in. Exhaling over to the right. Check that left shoulder. Hold it here. Breathe in. And then pressing the left leg in. Pull those tummy muscles in to return back up. And last one. Over to the left as we breathe out. That right shoulder staying down. Pause. And then pressing the right leg into the circle to return back up. Really good work, well done. Okay, just pull the knees in, gently have a little rock from side to side. Okay, we're going to come into some curl ups now. We're going to take the circle, we're now going to pop it between the knees. So you just want it on the fleshy part there above the knee joint. Feet are hip distance apart, so they're not too wide, but you can just allow the feet to roll out onto the outer edge of each foot, just for a little bit of comfort for the moment. And then we can lay ourselves down. So we're going to interlace the fingertips, take the hands behind the head. Now before we do anything, let's set our shoulders. So we're going to shrug them up towards the ears to where we don't want them, slide them down away from the ears to where we do, and then wrapping the elbows just slightly around so you can feel the back of the armpits connected. Breathing in, softening your chin to your chest. Exhaling, sink through the ribs, pull those tummy muscles in as we curl up. Now roll through the feet, push the big toes down as we squeeze into the circle. Pause, and then releasing and lowering your curl up down. Chin to chest, breathing in. Exhaling, sink through the ribs, curling up nice and high. Roll through the feet and squeeze. Pull those lower tummy muscles in, hold, and then releasing and lowering back down. Chin to chest, keep those shoulders down. Exhaling, sinking through the ribs, curling up, roll through the feet, add that squeeze, pause, and then releasing and lowering back down. Now we've got one more, and we're going to stay up and add in some pulses. So chin to chest, exhaling, curling up nice and high, add that squeeze. Now hold here, breathe in, we're going to pulse in, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inch up a little bit higher, and then releasing all the way back down. Should we do that again? I think we should do it again. One more, chin to chest. Exhaling, curling up, adding that squeeze. Pull those tummy muscles in, and we're going to pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, inch up a bit higher. And then releasing all the way back down. Good, take the circle out, give the legs a little bit of a shake out. Those inner thighs should have very much enjoyed that. Oh, right. So we're going to bring the feet back into our hip distance apart. We're going to have a hold onto the circle now. So the heel of each hand is pressing in and the fingertips are actively reaching along to the ceiling. Now we're going to come into a few circle presses. So we're breathing in to prepare, shoulders sliding down. Exhaling as we gently squeeze into the circle. Breathing in to release. Breath out, a little press. Keeping the arms nice and long. Breathing in to release. Exhaling as we press. Breathing in to release. We want to feel that press is coming from the little finger side of each hand. Inhaling, and then 2 more. Breath out to press. Sorry guys, it's really, really stormy outside, and so if you can hear the wind, I do apologise, but it's just the weather is, it's pants. And 2 more, alright, so we're going to breathe out to press. Breathing in, and then last one, pressing through. Right, let's come into tabletop. So we're going to float the right knee up as we breathe in. Sink through the ribs as we then lift the left leg up to join. Checking your lower back hasn't lifted, so we're keeping it nicely connected. Pause. Now one knee pulls towards you, send the other leg out. We're going to squeeze and reach the circle overhead. Bend the knee in as we bring the circle back up, releasing the tension. Send the other leg out as we squeeze and reach the circle overhead, release as we bend back in. And then sending the leg out, squeezing into the circle. Pull those tummy muscles in, check your back hasn't lifted. Breathing in to return. And then squeeze, sending the opposite leg out. Pull those tummy muscles in. Inhale to return. One more each leg. So reaching the leg out, reach the circle overhead. Inhale to return, and then last one, reaching the leg out and the circle away, and then returning back in. Good. Again, just give those knees a little bit of a hug, a little bit of a release. Right, we are going to come onto our sides from there. So we're going to take our circle. Now you're going to pop it on its top. Underneath ankle is going to come inside the circle, and then the top leg is just resting on top. And then we can lay ourselves down from here. So arm can come underneath the head. If you want to stack some cushions up, you can pop those underneath the head as well. Shoulders are sliding down. Now think about having a little bit of a lift here through the underneath waist. You're not letting yourself collapse down. You're staying nicely active through those obliques. So from here, we're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, that top ankle presses down on the circle. Breathing in to release. Now the underneath leg lengthens, we're going to lift it to the top, squeeze those inner thighs, breathing in to lower. Breath out, top leg presses down. Inhale to release, and then the underneath leg lifts. Inhale to lower, top leg presses down. Inhale to release, underneath leg lifts, squeeze those inner thighs. Inhale to lower, 2 more to go, top leg presses down. Breathing in. Underneath leg lifts, inhale, lower, 1 more, top leg presses down, breathing in to release. Now the underneath leg lifts. Now we're not going to lower down, we're going to pulse it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and releasing back down. Okay, we're going to come into our half moons from there. So that top leg is just going to lift just to a hover above the circle as we breathe in. Now as we breathe out, we're going to trace the foot forwards around the front, keeping it as close as you can without actually touching. Inhaling to lift up to the top, and then tracing the leg behind as we breathe out. Now we want to check here that top hip doesn't roll back. Keep it nicely stacked up. Breathing in to lift up. Tracing around the front, keeping it as close as you can. Breathing in to lift up, and then tracing the leg behind as we breathe out. Breathing in to lift. 2 more, tracing around the front. Breathing in to lift up, and then tracing the leg behind. Lifting up, 1 more to go, tracing forwards around the front. Breathing in to lift, and then behind as we breathe out. And then lifting back up. Good, well done. We can just relax that top leg forwards, get a nice little burn through that glute med there. Okay, let's have a little twizzle over to the other side. So, having a little spin. Again, that same setup, underneath ankle inside, top leg is resting on top, legs in that nice long line. Shoulders are stacked, hips are stacked, and that little bit of a lift coming through the underneath waist there. So we're going to breathe in to prepare. As we breathe out, pull those tummy muscles in and press the top ankle down on the circle. Breathing in to release. The underneath leg lengthens, we're lifting it to the top. Squeeze those inner thighs. Inhale to lower. Top leg presses down. Inhale to release. Exhaling, the underneath leg lifts. Breathing in to lower. And again, press that top leg down. Breath in to release. The underneath leg lengthens, zip up through those inner thighs. And lower. 2 more to go. Press that top leg down. Breathing in to release. The underneath leg lifts. Inhale to lower. 1 more. Top leg presses down. Releasing off. And then the underneath leg lifts. And lower back down. Okay. Oh no, we've got to add in our pulses. So we're just going to lift that underneath leg up. And then we're going to pulse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Now we can move on to the next one. So that top ankle is just going to lift to a hover above the circle. Breathing in, breath out, tracing the foot forwards around the front, keeping it nice and close but not touching. Breathing in to lift up, and then tracing the leg behind, again being aware that top hip doesn't roll back. breathing in to lift, and then forwards around the front, pull those tummy muscles in, breathing in to lift, and then tracing the leg behind, keeping those hips stacked up, breathing in to lift up, and forwards around the front, inhale to lift, and then tracing the leg behind, lifting up, and again forwards around the front, last one, breathing in to lift, and then taking the leg behind, and then lifting back up. Okay, and then just relaxing that top leg forwards. Very nice, guys. Right, we are going to come onto our fronts for our heel squeeze prone. So we're going to take the knees nice and wide. We're going to pop your circle between your ankles. Now, this is a little bit of an awkward position to get into, guys. So if you find that you can't get into it, pop the circle to one side and just bring the heels together, and you can do the exercise with that variation. So if you can get the circle in, then do so. Hands are going to come underneath the forehead. Now, just setting up through your pelvis, your pubic bone is sinking, those tummy muscles are lifting, so we're nicely active through the core. Shoulders sliding down. So we're going to breathe in, knees are bent up at a nice 90 degree, feet are flexed, and we're going to squeeze into the circle, breathing in to release. Breath out as we squeeze. Breathing in to release, and again squeezing through and release. Now we want this to be a bottom exercise, so those glute muscles should be nicely active. The hamstrings are going to be a secondary muscle group, but if you're feeling that they're starting to cramp, then think about actively squeezing your bum and then squeeze the circle and release off, and then you should get the glutes a little bit more involved. So breathing out to squeeze. Breathing in, check those shoulders are staying down, and again squeeze, and releasing. We've got 4 more to go. Breath out to squeeze, keep those tummy muscles lifted, breathing in, and then 3, squeezing, breathing in. We can do it, guys. 2 more. Breath out to squeeze, inhaling, and then last one, squeezing through and releasing off. Okay, take the circle out, have a sit back, have a little quick shell stretch, and relax off. And then we've got 1 more to go, guys. Okay, unraveling yourselves. Last exercise. So, we're going to take the circle. Now you're going to pop it between the knees. So again, just on the fleshy part above the knee joint, so where we were for our curl-ups. And then we're on all fours. A little bit of an awkward position to get into, but once you're there, you're there. So knees underneath the hips, hands are underneath the shoulders. Now we just want to set up our neutral, so we can come into an arch, into a curl, and then find that halfway position. Tucking the toes underneath you, we're going to breathe in to prepare. Now as we breathe out, we're going to hover the knees just an inch off the mat, squeeze, release, and lower. Breathing out, we hover, squeeze, release, inhale, lower, exhale, hover, squeeze, release, lower back down, and again hovering, squeeze, release, lower back down. Important to maintain a nice neutral position, guys, so you're not letting your back arch, and again hover, squeeze, release, lower back down. 2 more, yeah, let's do 2 more. So we hover, squeeze, release, and lower. Last one, breath out to hover, squeeze, release, and lower back down. All right, if you can, take the circle out. Sometimes it gets a little bit stuck in there, but do take it out if you can. All right, lovely. Well done, guys. That is our workout over and finished. Well done, really, really well done. Good work today. So if you did like the video, as I said earlier, please do give it a thumbs up, and please do consider subscribing to the channel. All right, guys, I will see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye.